Tom Piccoli has worked at Monmouth Medical Center for over 26 years. He took care of himself by eating well and exercising.
My family has a strong history of heart disease, but unlike them, I took care of myself thinking that I probably would elude that problem.
It was during a snowstorm that Tom noticed he felt unusually lethargic, having trouble taking the stairs to the second floor.
It was a snowstorm. I just thought maybe it was just the weather. Went to bed and woke up at about 2 a.m. with the most severe, indescribable pain in my chest. And that's when I woke my husband up, David, to say something is really going on.
To have someone declare to you that they've got a heart attack, your first reaction is, no, you don't, because he didn't have any history of it.
We were selling a house, we were buying a house, so I attributed it more to anxiety. So we tried treating it with a hot water bottle, believe it or not. It wasn't getting any better, and also I was getting very, very anxious. And now I would say maybe 2 hours went by, and now it was starting to radiate to both arms, not just left arm, up my jaw, and then I started to vomit. So in 7th grade, health class would know that you were having a heart attack.
We just jumped in the car and off we went, and he said, it's got to be Monmouth Medical Center.
The first thing he did was take my EKG, and he said, you're having a heart attack, and a pretty severe one. So they gave me the aspirin and the EKG. So at this point now, I was really scared, because at this point, I thought that I would die. And so the director of the ED literally held my hand, and I said to her, I remember, if I arrest, I don't want to be resuscitated. And she said, you're not going to arrest. They called a code, and you're going to go to the cardiac cath lab for see we can get stents in there.
So when they came to talk to me, the physician who had placed the stents sat down beside me, and he put his arm on my shoulder, and he said, I just want to tell you what we've done. And it was just amazing to think that he had been able to do this amazing feat of using his wrist to put these stents all the way into his heart, 3 of them, one right above the other. And here I was talking to the man who had just saved my husband's life. The thing that makes me most proud, and I think why we're here today and have smiles on our faces, is because of his commitment to the physical therapy that he went into with full blast. There was nothing stopping him.
This has been more of an emotional trauma for me than it has been a physical trauma. It's always in my mind, but it's not in the back of my head, it's more in the middle of my head. It's not as far back as I want it to be yet. I'm fine, I go to work, I do my job, but there are moments in which I really worry if this is the day that I'm going to have another one. But I'm getting better. Through meditation, through medication, through exercise, through therapy, I'm getting better. I'll tell you exactly what I'd like to see. It's really very clear. I would like to see retirement in the near future. Plans with my spouse, like I may have said earlier, as a hobby, we breed and show golden retrievers. So we would like to continue with that and actually increase it. I have 2 children. I have a 27-year-old who's married. I'd like to see grandchildren. I have a 22-year-old who's in a PhD program. I want to be at her graduation. I would go nowhere else other than Monmouth Medical Center. So my care was amazing, from going in to leaving. So that would be my ED care, my cardiac cath care, my ICU care, and my care with my cardiologist, who's now my new best friend.
I know there's lots of fine hospitals, but if you find one that the person you care about most is being treated by, and that's where they're home, where they feel this is where I'm going for my care, you watch that and you become incredibly thankful for a place like that.